Hello, Dr. Marianne Pearson here. I wanted to touch base with you again now that we're in week 3. I have read all of your questions and I'm in the process of grading still. It's going to take me a little longer because as the articles come in, I like to spend a little bit more time with them so I can give you feedback. But I wanted to talk to you a little bit about journalistic writing so that if you have any questions about notes I've made or edits I've made or will make this week, that you might understand a little bit about the philosophy behind it. So journalistic writing is very concise, and we are trained when we learn to write in an academic style. We are trained to use certain words and to make the transitions rather smooth, and we use just words that in journalism would be considered like not clear, for lack of a better word. In other words, if you can say it in a very clear, concise manner, get your point across, and use fewer words as you do it, then that is what we're looking for in journalistic writing. I have edited for many years, working as the faculty advisor for the Banner, the Angelos, and Pursuit magazine for 7 years, and then in editing in jobs before that. You start to realize that people have pet words. One of my pet words is the word so. Hopefully I won't use it now that I've told you that. But some people have also, in as much as, just little pet phrases and words, and it comes out in the writing. We really get to know the writer as you move forward and edit, because you see that there are certain ways they say things and certain words that are extra that really don't need to be used. So some of my editing was for extra words. The reason words are so important in journalism is you will be given a word count by an editor. I need 400 words on this topic, and you need to write 400 words because that's the space they've allocated for you, and that's all the room they have. So that's why in journalism, being concise and well spoken in a brief and concise manner with fewer words is really the standard. Also, Associated Press style has many, many, many rules. The reason we're doing this practice exercise every week is just to get you familiar with it. I know some of you were afraid, well, what format do I put this in? Really, it's like practice. If you think back to learning a language or vocabulary, we all have our own way of listing the words, maybe when we're studying for a test or we're learning new terminology for a certain field. Well, this is AP style is that technical. So I'm open to the great variety I've seen in the way that you have done this assignment. And they've been done well. And if there was any problem, I would certainly let you know if there were a problem. But this is just practice to get you familiar. So my hope is between the edits I make on your papers, the reading you do of the various news articles, reading of the text, participating in the other assignments, that you will start to get a feel for journalistic writing. And honestly, I can tell you this works because I've done it. I'm sure, I don't know the exact number of times I've taught this class, but it's been a lot because since 2005, I've taught it 2 or 3 times, sometimes 4 times a year, and I have seen writers evolve. What usually happens is that either you start to get the feeling of it, and at some point it clicks, and you say, "Oh, I get what journalistic writing is. It's brief, it's inverted pyramid, it is a lead, and then transitions and getting into the information and most important information first." You start to get the feel of that as time goes on, or some folks just decide this really isn't for me. I'm more of an academic, I'm more of a creative writer. Not to say that creative writing can't be used in journalism, it can, but you have to learn the basic format. And being that we're online and we have 8 weeks, the best way to do that is have you plunge in and do these activities that have sort of a collaborative learning feel, because you do comment on certain activities. I will interact with you as well. Now, if I were still on main campus, I'm over at the Tyler Plaza now, across from the mall, and you can come here to my office if you ever need help. Just send me an email and we'll make an appointment. But if I were on main campus, I'd have an open door policy, which I have here, but I'm just not right there with you. But an open door policy where you could come in at any time, and if as long as I wasn't busy or teaching or have someone else in there, and I would coach you on your writing. I still will do that. Send me an email, attach an article, and I'll coach you through it, because I did my research in my doctoral dissertation about how journalism education, and one of the questions was, how do people become better journalistic writers? And the answer was very strong, that it's by being coached one-on-one, whether it be by email or in person or over the phone, about the writing, and by practicing, 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 practicing. So this is a 100 level class. You're not going to master it here, but I am going to help you get a good foundation, and I am available to talk to you by email, by text, by Facebook message, by making an appointment and coming in to see me. I just wanted to let you know that you're doing very well, very pleased with the work I've seen in the course to this point, and the books are incredible. I'm not lecturing on the books because these books really are set up where as you go through it, you're going to gather this material. There's a few chapters there's some things I'm going to be talking to you about as we move forward, but really, if you do have questions about the reading, let me know. The assignments are all built to emphasize and go with the reading. So have a great week. Hope you had a good day off yesterday. And if you have any prayer requests, please let me know because I love to pray for my students. God bless you.